Yay, my player bonus. This 100,000 G. That actually has story relevance for Xenoblade Chronicles 2 card.
But that 100G?
Yep.
Okay.
That's the correct response.
Is nothing more than an endless sea, cloaked in a boundless sky, reaching as far as could possibly be imagined. Then two great titans came into existence.
So this is actually the best thing ever when it comes to like you seeing this and everything for like this time, because we had played a bunch of it and we'd gotten to certain spots,
Yeah.
and it's funny because we got to the parts where like even the press was allowed to talk about, but they couldn't spoil past that. So it's like, okay, cool, but we're gonna try and keep spoiling anything for anyone who's like first seen it first time. But
Yeah.
you're going to get that experience you get for a new game plus without having had gone through the whole game. And I feel like that is probably the coolest thing that you could have for this game, because it's probably the best experience.
Okay. Oh.
As you can see, everything looks really pretty. Looks a lot better.
The quality is a lot better.
Oh, it's a whole lot better.
Eons have passed. Now, our world, this vast land stretching across the remains of the biomes, is under attack.
So like what they worked on was like a I want to say anything you're gonna see a lot of, they worked on those textures a lot more than anything else. I want to say all the music's been redone. They've added some new outfits as well.
Okay.
And
Gonna
they've
see
made
a lot of those changed.
Oh yeah. They've also made it so that yeah, of course. They've also made it so that you can you know like how in Monster Hunter you could like have on a set of armor and then have something else over it, like a layer?
Yeah.
So you could have the stats of one, but you can have the look of another. They did that for this.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, so like I can wear whatever I want and not look terrible. You know what I mean?
It's very handy. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah.
For a bunch of soulless machines, they seem to know a thing or two. But we'll see.
Which will be good because you might see like I might be able to like pull off some actual stuff without appearing certain ways. Like yeah, I'll get that later, but like I think it's cool. There's also some costumes that were definitely not in the game beforehand, and I'm like, okay,
Okay.
it's fine.
That's a good idea. Any more time spent hanging around here, and we're done for. Count me in. We gotta get out of here. Or we can stay and fight. What? We may die if we take a stand here, but staying gives us the chance to change our destinies.
Facial expressions were changed a little bit too, honestly, or at least enhanced to be better. Like faces are a lot better. Eyes are good.
Yeah.
Getting short-sighted in your old age, Dixon. I'm fine. Don't worry, I'm still in control.
Guy was stubborn, wasn't he?
Oh my
I
god,
didn't
yes.
realize how stubborn he was. Like, that was so unnecessary, but he's like, you know what? I'm gonna do this anyway.
You might die, and
And I just want it for the excitement. Not really concerned about anything else.
Well, I say you're coming with us. What would we do without those?
The enemy's second wave is approaching!
It's now or never, Dumbar. Let's show them what we got. We'll give them a warm arms welcome.
Acknowledged.
What are they trying to prove?
I would have been all for this had he not tried to use his own allies as a means for escape. Like if he had just been like, "Yo,
I'm just out.
yeah, I'm just out. Like I'm gonna go with the order to retreat because obviously we stand no chance, and I don't want to die here and now." I would have been cool with that. The fact that he was like, "I'm gonna just use my ally as a decoy," is what ruins it for me. Hey, we had the order to retreat. They were like, they were gonna hold the front line type deal, and everybody else can escape. No,
No.
leave. No, I'm a pretend to fight, and I'm gonna let my mans die potentially, and then I'm gonna just use that as an opportunity to haul ass.
Yeah. Just scum. Just utter
Yeah.
scum. That's all there is to it. So like, as you'll see, the screen's a little bit different. Like looking at all the stuff and everything. It's I don't know if you remember, like it.
No, the icons are definitely different at the bottom.
Yeah. Like they've refined that a little bit to be cleaner
Okay,
and easier to understand what's going on.
got you.
They've also given you a lot of like options on how you want to customize your screen. Like you'll see a lot of stuff popping up, like effects and stuff, and I can turn those off for like their explanation because I'm not gonna need.
Gotcha.
And it just clogs up the screen. You could technically turn everything off, actually.
You wanted to?
No, because I like my map. You can also technically play this game in like first person, and it's weird.
Really?
Yes, which I thought was really cool. Like it used to be in the game you could do first person view or just running around, but when you did like fighting, it back you out of it. Now it actually lets you do first person every single motion and action. It only pulls out the camera if there's like a cutscene or something.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, but as this is a game where I get to change how my character looks, I'm like, no.
I lied. And was putting in work.
Oh yeah, Dumbband's awesome.
Gunman too. Just the fact that he has shotgun is just
He has a gun blade.
yeah, like the fact that he has a gun blade is just
Oh yeah, it's a cool weapon. I'm either gonna shoot you or stab you.
yep, for both.
Or both.
What are you doing? That way is... Sorry, brothers. Hate to drop this on you, but it's the banana they're after. So have fun keeping them occupied for me. I'm getting the hell out of here. You just... don't worry.
Also, those blades seem like they'd be very inefficient just because the guard goes to the actual blade cutting part. You know?
Yeah.
So you'd get stuck on flesh. You'd get stuck on people, and you're like, oh, can't go through.
Problem that I guess he didn't realize though, he was like, hey, that's the direction of something specific. We don't actually know what he was referring to. He doesn't
Nah.
actually
But
say
it's
it,
also
but
like, I imagine he
clearly
was
wasn't
talking.
supposed to go in that direction.
Clearly.
How do you not know where you're at, bro, territory-wise? Like, when you're on a battlefield, you should know your surroundings.
I don't know,
How did
panic-
you not know that was...
I mean, he's a coward, so he's panicking. Panic really makes you lose your sense of direction.
Listen...
A mech on M71. I bet I can use its optical system to align one of the anti-air batteries. Oh, no good. It's broken. The joint section. It's buckled. It's completely useless. Ugh. Huh? An M69! Its armor would be perfect for making a shield. If I can just get it off, I should be able to...
I must say, this is actually much better quality than
I know, right?
The quality
Also-
is actually really good.
Can we talk about how Reyn, like, legit looks good?
It was using the mech-on armor as a shell.
Like, out of all the characters, Reyn got a good old upgrade on how he looks.
Got one of those major character buffs.
Yes, for real.
No, that's actually, all of that looks really good.
You're a lifesaver. I'm turning up the heat. You're really getting into this, Reyn.
Yep, I understand how to play the game.
Up, I know what I'm doing.
Although
I kinda wish.
What?
Go ahead. Let you go first, and then I'll say what I gotta say.
Okay. I like how it tells you now if you're in a good position. Like, if you... I don't know if it'll do it right now, but, like, it legit will show up and be like, hey, man, you are in the proper spot.
Okay, for certain attacks and things.
So, like, the backslash, I don't know if it's going to do it right now. It'll actually, like, show up and be, like, a little exclamation point. Okay, we won.
Okay.
What a bunch of jokers.
That's pretty cool. What I was gonna say is I kind of wish that we're back at the original setup that we had, because like I would want to play.
Oh, now you're...
Like it's well, first you wanted to play because
I didn't want us to be stalled, and it was a lot.
Take forever.
But
it was
this-
a lot.
Yeah, see right now it says little chance, and it has an exclamation point. It's telling you would be good to go with that one.
Okay.
Yeah. But, yeah, like, this setup right now would be fantastic for new people to enter.
Man, what were you doing wandering off by yourself?
Like,
Stay where I can
I
keep
am
an eye on
actually
you.
kind of upset that you
Pretty
cannot.
dangerous outside the
'Cause
college.
like, for real, because this would be the best. This is the
This is
best
the
way of
Thanks to you, we got
entering it.
Full time to do
Everyone
so.
in the college
Like, I
is
have friends that
really
never
happy.
played this, but
I'm
played
more
other,
worried
like,
about
they
you
played
than
Xenoblade Chronicles X, but they never played Xenoblade Chronicles. And they
Now what
didn't
you're like
want to
is
get into an
what
old
this
game
weapon
like
out.
that. But they're like, yeah, I love it.
This scrap driver's
Played like 30
excellent.
minutes and I love it. I'm like,
just
yeah,
learned
great.
about
You
watching
played the
Dixon
tutorial and you
videos.
loved it. That's all I wanted. It's a
Course,
great tutorial.
weapon still beats
I mean,
them all.
that's
Yeah.
about it.
The Monado.
Like, and it's something that they probably would not have said if they were given this like back when it first came out,
Anyway,
When
we
it
better
was
get
way
back to
more
the colony.
difficult.
or if they had to,
Drills again, old square tax.
because
Left
every
to kill me.
game plays differently when the actual series.
Oh, the Defense
Gotcha.
Force Colonel.
So you get used to one, then you're kind of like, eh.
Tell me about it.
Which is why I'm glad I actually got
Sorry,
into
I didn't mean for you to come all the way back here
Chronicles,
during your break.
playing the old one a little bit before this came out,
Don't
so I
worry
didn't
about it.
start making
Let's get
mistakes
back.
that would be seen as things to do in the sequels.
Gotcha.
Alright, so there's a lot of improvements. So for one, the story memo has been changed on how it's actually viewed. Like, it used to be that when you had it, it would, gosh, how much is there? Jesus. Oh yeah, we also get event theater, so you can actually just like actually see events, and you can change the time of day, you can change the equipment you're wearing. It's really cool.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So if you didn't like how that cutscene looked, don't worry. You can make it look how you want it to
Can
look.
make it look better.
I liked, like, as you can see on the map, it actually has a little indicator to show you which way you're supposed to go. It'll guide you. If you press the actual ZR, it pulls up the story menu instead of it being like you had to go to the menu and then press it. It's also a lot better looking. It'll show you active quests and story, so you can know what you're actually doing for it. Tutorials has its own page now that's a lot better. A lot better.
They did a lot for us on this one, huh?
changing. Time of day is about the same. Area map and all that's pretty much the same. What I was talking about first was expert mode though. So you can, in expert mode, when you do stuff, it reserves your XP. So like finding landmarks, going to locations, earning achievements.
Huh?
It doesn't make it so you level up from that. It just goes and converts it into a little pocket, and you can go get that whenever you want. You can also adjust your level whenever you want from it. Turn that on. So like right now Shulk's level 1 or 2, now he's level 1. Same with Reyn being level 1 instead of level 2. And the reason why that's effective isn't because of XP, like growing in XP isn't going to be a real problem. The big thing is your AP and your SP, which are used to upgrade your arts and everything.
Yeah.
AP is determined by your level. So if you're higher level than your opponent, then you get less. But if you're lower leveled, you get more. At the same time, if someone's higher leveled, it's individual. So someone can be higher leveled, and you can be lower leveled, and you'll get a higher amount than them.
Okay.
So like the idea is, you can put Reyn at like level what I call it? Oh, Reyn wine. I can kill him. He sure did. There we go. That one's gone. So like the idea would be. Oh, that's definitely not. Oh, I'm gonna die. Gosh. So the idea would be you could have Reyn at level 2 and Shulk at level 1, and you could basically have Shulk getting twice as much actual SP than Reyn was. You could upgrade arts super quick.
Gotcha.
Now I made the mistake of reducing both levels and not adjusting accordingly. Yeah, that's my bad. But like, that's a super cool way. Also, it does increase your XP, even if it's a little bit, but like, you are gaining more stats from doing stuff a lot quicker. So it should help the actual speed of going through the game, honestly. But yeah, the menu and everything is a lot cleaner. Like notice in the, I'll show you when we get to it, because it's probably one of the most helpful things in the game now, and it's been in other ones.
Oh, is this available on the Switch Lite?
Oh yeah, if it's on the Switch Lite, it can generally be played on the Switch. Okay, so you see where the title, the name of the character, the enemy is right there?
It has a health bar there.
Not that. Dang it! Didn't die too quick.
I saw the name, yeah. What about it though?
So like, you know how when we had it and we were doing breaks and topples and all that stuff, you didn't know how much time you had? It now shows how much time.
Okay.
But like you can see, okay, I have this amount of time to actually use this. Like if you look in the corner, you can see break,
Yeah,
topple.
I see it now.
Yep.
Okay.
Super helpful. Collecting still hasn't changed. Oh, it's the same, is it?
Okay.
Different with that. But yeah. So yeah, the game I love. I love this. I mean, I've always loved the game, but like this is such a good improvement.
Yeah. The best way is like they made it age well.
Yes.
So how
Like-
many remakes of this one?
How many like releases has this had?
Yeah.
Okay, so the original was the Wii. And then we got one for the new 3DS.
Okay.
And then it got re-released on the Wii U. Now we have this one for.
Yeesh.
I know.
You can tell they're proud of the franchise though.
They're proud of this game. This is the only one that's gotten this much, but yeah, like the entire franchise, they are proud of. Like this the company was formed to make something like this, unlike you.
Yes.
Here we are. I better stop in at HQ. You off to the weapon development lab?
Yeah, when I've sold any parts I can't use. All right. See you later.
Also, the cosmetic thing works with weapons. So if you like how a weapon looks, but you want it to have a certain ability or something, you can just do it too.
Good. I've always wanted things like that. Like, I feel like some of those things should be
Standard?
standard. Like, take Apex for instance. Like last season, they gave us the ability to favorite certain weapon skins, and then they would rotate out during matches. Not weapon skins, but like the cosmetic skins for the characters. And so I was naturally thinking, I was like, well, I know they're gonna hold it for the next season, but they should have just automatically integrated the same thing for weapon skins. They did wait for the newest season to do that as well. I'm just like, that should have been standard.
I should have just been there.
Yeah, it should have just been there. It's not really something I should have had to wait for, considering...
It's not something you should be proud of when it should just be the actual standard for the entire industry.
Exactly. Like, when you're basing your game mostly off of the gameplay and the cosmetic feature, you should have those types of things automatically in there.
Like... Yeah, like there's certain stuff that we're getting to the point where like, yeah, this should just be a standard. Like crossplay is becoming that where it's like, if you have a game and it runs similarly on all consoles or any device, there should be no reason for people to opt in or out of a crossplay by themselves instead of you just being like, no crossplay. Unless you are first party and it is just for your system, but at that point it's just for your stuff, so it's not a problem at all. But third parties, if you have a system like that, yeah, crossplay.
Crossplay.
But yeah, I know Monster Hunter's moving toward doing that a lot more, like having it so you can switch out the armors, but it's only for like the high rank, like not even the high rank, the master rank stuff. So if you have master rank, you can switch it out, or that's the plan to do. I don't know, I haven't gotten that far, I just know that's going to happen.
Hi there.
Good day.
Well,
So, like right now, I have 100,000 that I could just spend on getting all this stuff. I just want the... In order to actually use armor sets, like, if you get, like, new stuff, or, like, use it as cosmetics, you have to purchase the armor set, but I don't think you have to keep it. You just have to purchase it and you can resell it.
Okay.
Which I think is cool. It's like, okay, I don't want this anymore, I'm good. Or it's not something I
Yeah,
wanted,
I mean,
I just like how it looked.
That sounds beneficial, though, all the same.
Mm-hmm. Those quests that are gonna be... No,
Well,
they also made finding people a lot easier, too. Like, holy crap. You know how it would be like, so certain people show up at certain times in the day? And, like, you'd have to find those people? And you have to know when they're gonna show up and where they're gonna show up? You know, like,
who's there?
it was upsetting. Streamlined that a lot.
Hi there. Hi there. Hi there. Hi there.
Come and see. Hello.
Wait,
You idiots! What the hell are you playing at?
Uh-oh. The Colonel's gonna explode.
Crashing the mobile artillery into a house. How long have you been in the force?
Sorry, sir. It's just that we were trying to go as fast as we could, like you ordered. But it's impossible to get back to the military district in only 40 seconds.
I don't want any excuses. Champions don't whine. They win.
Yes, sir.
You're a disgrace to the uniform. Are you forgetting the shame you brought on this force during joint maneuvers with Colony 6? Stick your back into it, maggots! Move it!
Yes, sir.
Get the artillery back to the military district, double time! Then I want 1,000,000 press-ups from both of you, and you better not stop until your biceps explode!
Colonel, we can't move the artillery.
What? You better give a
Are you still there?
Sir, the impact of the crash damaged the ether conduction
I sure
cable.
can't hear you
The
at
ether
all.
fuel proceeded to leak out, and now the cylinder is empty.
Well, change the cylinder then! Can't you even do something as simple as that?
The auxiliary cylinders have all been used up. It'll be 3 days until more come in, sir.
I told you to keep a stock of fuel in reserve!
Sorry, sir.
You're nothing but slackers!
Same old Colonel. At this rate, the men will all be dead before they see any action.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Who's this?
Yes.
Good day.
Oh, hi.
All right, Shulk. How are you?
Dixon! When did you get back to Colony 9?
Just now. I see you've been busy. Looks like your Monado research has been going well. I made the right choice leaving you in charge.
Your research notes really helped.
So, you can activate it now then.
Well, anyone can activate it. The problem is controlling it.
Yeah, for everyone except him.
Yes. If anyone other than Dunban were able to control the Monado, we could surpass any military force in the world.
You think so? What are these hidden functions you mention?
It's still only conjecture, but it's starting to look like the Monado might be something far more significant than just a weapon for defeating Mechon.
I see. And the evidence to support your theory?
It's the symbol that appears in the center when it's activated. What I know is, the central piece is made from multi-layered glass. The symbol appears on the top layer, and each layer is constructed differently.
So it's possible that other symbols could appear on different layers.
Which means...
The Monado might conceal even more power. Am I right?
if we could just unlock the Monado's power.
Dunban! Dunban!
Prioritize the most
Man, he's all bandaged up.
I mean,
Dunban!
also I don't remember if I could tell if he was bandaged up when this first like showed up. You know?
Yeah. I like scenes like that. They whisper stuff in the character's ear.
All the time, every anime.
I hate that stuff. Like, come on now, just go ahead and tell us what he said.
but they say it right here.
It was controlling me. Even so, it saved us. Saved our future.
I imagine the reason he didn't say that was like because Fiora was right there. And he's like, oh, I can't tell her. She'll never let me go outside ever again.
Right.
I'll drop round the HQ and see how they're getting on.
Okay then. I'll see you later.
Shulk,
Was that
you're spending
coincident?
too much time in the lab.
What?
Either that or rummaging
Oh,
for
in that
junk
in that
the
scene that just
scrapyard.
passed, he said,
It ain't healthy for a kid your age.
"Next, it's up to you."
That's why you're always looking
Oh,
so
did
pasty.
Dunban
You should get
already
out, get some fresh air once
enjoy
in a
giving
while.
Shulk the Monado, or was that just something?
All right.
I think he
me,
meant
I'm
it in
off.
general. It's like,
Okay.
all right, the future is basically you, next generation, you got to do something because I'm
Okay.
kind of done.
'Cause I'm thinking like this was a line from like My Hero Academia. When All
Ah.
Might, when All Might gave
Deku.
who his like, okay, now it's your turn, buddy. Okay, so he's just implying for like, hey, the younger generation has to go ahead and start taking over because I'm out of it.
Yeah.
Are you awake yet?
Is it time to eat already? You didn't have to bring it yourself. You could have just called me.
Don't be silly.
Sandwich looks
Do
a
you want me
little
to
better
feed you?
quality, but not so much that soup.
That soup is a lot better
Don't treat
quality.
me
I don't
like
even know
an
what you're talking.
inferior.
We can actually see what's in the sandwich too. There's specks
Yeah,
of
that's what I'm saying,
green.
the sandwich is looking a lot better.
You
but I
obviously
know
don't-
about that
I really
soup.
thought I
That
lost
soup
you
was
back
yellow last time. There was nothing in it.
Now I'm almost well
It
enough
was
to
just
handle the
yellow. It was
Monado
just
again.
broth.
It was
Dunban,
just
don't
broth.
say that. The Meccan have gone
My
now.
man was having the
Why would
worst
you say
meal.
that?
I just mean I'm prepared. Sorry.
No solid foods for you.
Okay.
But nah, there's
More
like legit
importantly,
orange
eat up
and
before it
green
gets
in that
cold.
soup.
I made
That cup
something
has
really special
embroidery
today.
on it.
Don't feel like you need to stay here then, Fiora. Go and make your next delivery.
Huh?
Well, I'm sure you'd like Shulk to try some while it's still hot.
That's okay. Shulk has no sense of taste. He'll say it's delicious even if it's stone cold.
In which case, today he would actually mean it.
Maybe.
I'm fine, Fiora. Off you go.
What are your
Okay.
mans?
Dunban, thanks.
I'm not finished yet. I have to be prepared to use the Monado again.
Did he not just switch hands?
I mean, it's very difficult to hold a sword if you're like. I don't even think it was that. It's just like legit.
I mean, as skilled as Dunban is, you don't think he could just teach
Oh, no,
himself how to use a different
He's
hand?
ambidextrous. Like, that's not even a lie. But like, legit, do I want to lose the other hand?
I don't
Is
know,
probably the
if
thought
he's
process.
I feel like he's trying to be that determined to just obliterate his current hand. He might as well just sacrifice
Hey, Fiora.
hand he's less likely to
Dixon.
use. Come on now.
Looks like you're in a hurry.
Let me just
Where are
completely
you off to?
erode
I
this
just thought
hand
I'd take Shulk
for the
some
sake
food.
of keeping the
I'm on
one
my way
hand
to
I
the
don't
lab.
already use.
Shulk's not there right now.
Really?
I just sent him out to get some fresh air. You know where he'll have gone.
Outlet Park.
That's the one.
Okay.
That's the one.
Thanks, Dixon.
All right. Buy some clothing. Better weapon.
Says buy clothing and then immediately buys a weapon.
It's all fashion. I don't know what you're talking about. I think my favorite part. Oh wait, you know what? I just remembered. Oh, I don't have to buy all this stuff. Hold up.
And,
Because I'll show you in a second, but like,
okay.
I don't have to get.
Okay.
Because I went through this game and I bought everything on here, and it was like, okay, that's strictly like 100,000. Like, if I just wanted to buy everything on this listing, it's
Oh.
full on. It was all my money.
Gotcha.
But I'm just now realizing I don't need to buy those last 3 real. I can pop it up. And so this is what I was talking about, like appearances. So like right now I have hunting knives. Fence knife. They don't change in how they look, I don't think. Yeah, they don't, so it's like whatever. But then you have these other ones. So like I could have her have the helmet, but not have the stats for it, so I don't have to have her have anything. Or I can have her have helmet.
Huh.
And then I can just take that actually off of her for appearance by going to a crew type, and it won't show up.
Okay, but it's still equipped.
It's still equipped. You still get those stats and everything for it. And there's also
It looks like such an awkward stance.
oh yeah, but I mean it's
Combat
what she
stance.
chose. There are actually new outfits. The beach one is new. Like that was not in the game. I can fully say that was not a thing. Like beach sets are new things. Alright, we're done. When I was talking about like the actual like first person stuff, basically what you would do is you zoom in and then you slide it up.
Okay. I see.
Now you're basically in first person. Your weapons are at your side and you can actually fight like it.
It's pretty cool though.
I know, right? There's also an auto run in this game.
Ooh.
I feel like it's
Not sure.
positioned. If I just don't want to hold the button.
Yeah.
I feel stronger. The electromagnetic tempest will swallow you. I can do it. I know I can. One hit kill or something.
Oh yeah, that's a thing. And I thought that was really cool. It's more than likely I'd use that for screenshots more than I would, you know, actually fighting in it.
Yeah, like if you wanted to catch the.
If I wanted to get
sky
a
or something.
if I want to get a good screenshot, like I'm in a really nice scenic venue or something, I would use it for that. Otherwise, I wouldn't. Time change day. I don't know if enemies are going to be butts and stronger at night over here. So like even now, if you have a quest and the item is like something that you need, it now shows a little exclamation,
Okay, I see it.
which is great.
Yeah, because you know you need that item.
I know I need this item. I know I need to go get it.